Welcome back to another video, guys. It's an interesting Monday morning here as we got a bunch of cool rumors to talk about that happened over the weekend. One thing we do know, first of all, when it comes to Killer Instinct, is that a lot of people want this game back. Right now, the EVO tournament is going on, and people were talking about fighting games. It was in the news. We saw tons of stuff from Fatal Fury coming back, the gameplay reveal from Tekken 8, and then we got a huge announcement about Killer Instinct that it is getting a brand new 10th anniversary update coming over to Xbox to update the servers, giving a 4K mode. And a lot of people were excited when they heard about that because they've been clamoring for Killer Instinct 2 for a long time now. And I feel like giving that 10-year update to the current Instinct right now that is out there on the Xbox One, you can go ahead and download it on your Series X and S and play it. It's a kind of looking forward to them testing out the market as to how popular is this fighting franchise still? Do people still want to play it? And if we fix these servers or get them better running and give a 4K update where the game is going to look better, will people jump in and play? And how many people are going to be jumping in and playing? And then taking those numbers and seeing if it makes any sense to create a Killer Instinct 2 if it isn't already in the works, maybe in the very early stages. And this is kind of the initial test. Now, there is this here. James Goddard, the head of Killer Instinct 2013 one that came out on the Xbox One. We go over here to his profile. He was the combat designer at Microsoft, still currently at Microsoft on Killer Instinct. He, in his LinkedIn profile, says here that he is the principal design director for a new unannounced project/game. And now there's those rumors that this is creating that he is going to be working on Killer Instinct 2. I think this would be a phenomenal game to bring back. It gives Xbox, it gives Game Pass, it gives the ecosystem a fighting game. It's a genre right now that Xbox really hasn't touched since 2013. And I think at the end of the day, the goal of Xbox and Xbox Game Pass and having all of these studios is to basically create good games for everybody, no matter what genre they prefer. And the fighting genre, it seems like it's being rejuvenated now with all of these crazy games that are coming out. Like I said, they just announced they're bringing back Fatal Fury. We have Mortal Kombat 1 that looks absolutely incredible. Tekken 8, Street Fighter 6 is a nice jump compared to how Street Fighter 5, at least how Street Fighter 5 launched. So the fighting genre is here to stay. It's back. It is almost like it's back when it was very popular back in the day. So Killer Instinct 2 right now would be a perfect time for this game to come out. And who knows, maybe this is what James Goddard is working on. I really hope so. I loved the first one. I still go back and play it time and time again. I'm definitely going to be playing that 10-year update for the 4K and the updated servers. I may even download it right now and play some more Killer Instinct. Now let's jump over here because we have a bunch of more rumors to talk about. Well, there's this here, which is kind of cool. If you like Magic the Gathering, I like Magic the Gathering. I haven't been buying a lot of it recently, but I may be jumping back in here with these new 2024 sets, as there's a bunch of gaming ones announced, and specifically from an Xbox perspective, Fallout is going to be one of the sets in Q1. And then I love Assassin's Creed, and that's coming in Q3, which has me extremely excited. So they're doing some mix up here with some video game franchises, and then also Final Fantasy will be getting a Magic set. So that's pretty cool. Now, Starfield, we know people have been talking about Starfield, about marketing. The doom and gloom about Starfield, to me, is absolutely ridiculous. This game is a month away. I think it's 29 days away now. It's from everything we've seen from that 45-minute deep dive video, it looks like it is going to be a generational RPG. In terms of marketing, like I said, a 45-minute video gave us an in-depth look of the systems, the mechanics, all that type of stuff. There's going to be another showcase of this game at Gamescom. But now it seems like finally, for people who really care about this, the ads are starting to show up in more places. This here says FYI, Starfield ads are finally starting to blast off. People are seeing them on Facebook, Reddit, YouTube, and in Saudi Arabia's electronic stores. You can see some of the ads here, which, like I said previously, my other video talking about this really doesn't matter. I mean, we're looking at Starfield already in the top 10 purchases. The game's not even out yet in terms of pre-orders on Steam. Everybody knows about this game. Everybody who's going to be playing it is playing Starfield when this game releases. And there's already been lots of talk, lots of videos, lots of content around the game. We even saw the short anime videos or animated videos about the different areas and different factions within Starfield. So no one was talking about that, but that is included in some of the marketing. And between now and September 6th, we're obviously going to see more ramping up to get people hyped up for Starfield. So if you were caring about the ads, if you were looking for ads, they should start popping up now on social media. They put this video out here as well yesterday saying your journey begins in 1 month. We'll see you in the Starfield, and it's the ship going through and traveling and the dashboard and all that type of stuff, which I can't wait to just get out there in space, become a pirate potentially, and start taking over people's ships and taking their gear and just building up my base and all that type of stuff. I can't wait for this game to come out. My goal right now is to finish some of the games on my backlog in this next 30 days so I can completely focus on Starfield when it does drop on September 6th. Now, Jusant, this was a game that was announced at the Xbox and Bethesda showcase, and now we have a rumor of the release date. They didn't give us a release date, but this was that mountain climbing game, which I thought actually looked pretty cool. I think a lot of people thought it looked cool, kind of relaxing, but also the atmosphere and the aesthetic of the game was very enticing. And from rumors here from gaming leaks and rumors on Reddit, it looks like this game could be releasing on October 3rd. And this was actually leaked, I guess, on the Xbox store. We can just take a quick here as to where it is coming from the Reddit thread saying Jusant seems to have its release date now set as 3rd of October 2023, according to an Xbox store listing in the optimized for Series X section. So if you were looking forward to this game, October 3rd looks like it's going to be dropping in there, and it is going to be coming to Xbox Game Pass. The next couple of months, September, October, November, December, there's going to be so much stuff to play, so many games coming out. I mean, the two biggest ones for me, I think for a lot of people, are going to be Starfield and Forza Motorsport. Now let's go over here to, I think, a very big rumor that would make sense from everything we've been hearing, at least from the PlayStation side of things. We know PlayStation right now, it's rumored, and the rumors seem pretty true, that they are working on multiple different PlayStation 5s. First of all, the PS5 Pro is the biggest one that we saw the rumor put out by Tom Henderson. We don't really know too much about this console other than a couple of things with potentially using a 5 or 4 nanometer chip in the PlayStation 5 Pro. We know this is most likely going to be all digital, but that's pretty much it. They're looking to target 4K 60 frames per second and keep those steady. And it potentially is going to be coming in 2024. The other thing that makes the rumor interesting is that with the PlayStation 4, after they had reached 40 million PS4 sold, 6 months later, they announced the PS4 Pro. PS5 just hit 40 million PlayStation 5 sold, or PlayStation 5 just hit 40 million PlayStation 5s sold. And I'm guessing they are going to be announcing a PS5 Pro relatively soon and put it maybe a mid to late 2024 release, which would make it more powerful than the Xbox Series X, which right now is the most powerful console in the market. So the question you ask yourself, is Xbox going to respond? Are they going to put out a Pro console? Are they going to do anything else to kind of counter and put more hardware out there to put more pressure on PlayStation? And we have this rumor here from Special Nick saying, according to Special Nick, Microsoft is looking into a Series X digital, which that makes sense. All you're doing is cutting your costs and really essentially creating the same console with a new shell, because you're just taking out the disk drive. And I'm sure that's much cheaper to produce than a brand new Pro console. And then they say here, there are also other plans for hardware in 2025. Now that's it. We don't know what that means. Does that mean a Series S Slim? Doubtful, because they're releasing right now a 1 terabyte Series S, and that console is already extremely small. So I don't even know why you would really waste your time making a slim Series S when it's already a slim console in the current form that it's in. Does that mean an Xbox Series X Pro? That's the biggest question there. If there's other hardware, could it mean an Xbox handheld? We're seeing how popular handheld PC gaming is right now. And a lot of these handheld PCs are partnering, or at least the Asus ROG Ally are partnering with Xbox Game Pass. I'm guessing the Lenovo one is probably going to have some Game Pass integration in there too. We're seeing how popular those are. People are buying them. Companies are continuing to make them. Maybe Xbox wants to get in there on the first party hardware side of things. I don't really think it makes sense for them, especially when they're going out and making these Xbox Game Pass deals with these other third-party PC gaming handhelds, I think that's a smarter move for them to do than to make their own first-party Xbox handheld. I would love to have it, but I just don't see them doing that from like a business perspective of it. But a Series X Pro, people say this will hurt the current base, especially the Series S. It'll give the developers too many SKUs to develop for. But I feel like they're going to have to respond in some way if the PS5 Pro does come out. A lot of people right now say they don't care. They don't want a more powerful console, all that type of stuff. But I would guarantee a lot of people who are against a Pro console at this point, when they start seeing the PS5 Pro just completely destroy the Xbox Series X in terms of performance, more games have steady 4K 60 frames per second, I will bet a lot of people will be changing their minds on whether they want a Pro console or not. But do I care whether they put a Pro console? Not really. I think at this point, these consoles are still selling very well. They haven't reached their full potential. It seems like the supply, at least on the Xbox side, still isn't up to par to where they could be selling more of them. You would think they would just continue to cut the costs on the Series X and then try to put more of those out with like a slim version of it. But we will see. I would not be surprised if Xbox does respond with the Xbox Series X Pro. One thing that is for sure, these companies, PlayStation and Xbox, are always thinking in the background. They always have a plan B for hardware, whether it comes to fruition or not, whether it even gets into development. They are always planning just in case, just to start preparing at the very least for the next generation of consoles. And maybe things change up when they see how the market shifts, but we'll see. None of this has been confirmed. Even the PlayStation 5 stuff hasn't been confirmed, but it'll be very interesting to see if these get announced and how the market responds to Pro consoles. Now, another rumor here says here, according to a survey, Microsoft is gauging interest in a 4X massively multiplayer free-to-play Age of Empires game. This survey was found on Instagram ad for mobile game research. So, hey, maybe there's going to be another massive multiplayer strategy game coming here from Xbox. There's Age of Empires. There's another big strategy game that they're showing off at Gamescom, which is Era History Untold. So here potentially could be another one similar to those in a free-to-play multiplayer style. And finally, we got to talk about Halo Infinite, because Halo Infinite right now is phenomenal. I've been playing it the last 3-4 days, every single day, and I hadn't jumped in a while. And when you don't do that, you still have that old narrative in your mind about what people had been saying, what you had previously thought about the game. My thoughts on Halo Infinite is that when it first released, I absolutely loved it. Gameplay was king. It still is king. I think overall it is a very good game, but obviously they dropped the ball on the content for the multiplayer side of things. And I hadn't jumped in a while, but then when I jumped back in the other day, I'm hooked. The game is at a place right now where it's fantastic. It is one of the best shooters out there, one of the best multiplayer shooters out there, bar none. And they are continuing to add stuff to it. And there's a huge update coming to August. And here's everything. Halo reaches countdown returns as a new map. Symmetrical big team battle, Pelican vehicle drops. Big team battle, fire team is actually who you party with in the opening for Spartans now. Extermination medals in all modes. You can move your camera when dead now to give you extra information. There's going to be forgeable water reacts to player interactions, a lot of stability improvements on all platforms, and theater bug fixes. Sliding and movement mechanics fixed, and this releases on Wednesday. So I can't wait. I can't wait to see this update and how it improves the game even more. But if you haven't jumped into Halo Infinite recently, highly recommend jumping in right now. You will be blown away, but just there's lots of stuff to do there now. The content is better, lots of game modes, tons of maps already on there that you can jump in that you probably hadn't played before. Halo Infinite is a great game right now. And here's hoping that more people jump in and play. We never really know the numbers of how many people are playing Halo Infinite on Xbox. They always show off the Steam stuff, but I have a feeling there's a lot more people playing it on the Xbox platform via Game Pass and stuff, or I guess it's free to play, so I don't even need Game Pass. But this game is alive and well. You get into matches very fast. And I think at this point, they continue to add to this game. This could have a very long lifespan of just a great, fun online multiplayer shooter. I was blown away when I played it the last couple of days. So excited to jump in with this new update. But I will leave the video there, guys. If you did enjoy this video, make sure to hit that thumbs up. If you are new here, hit that subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.